Youngest in the Yacht Club. I am Vince Serrano. Man, we got a dope guest today. Yo, he's a content creator. He's actually a commentator. He's a rap analyst for Bag Bars, and he's the Prez of Black Marker TV. We got Prez from Black Marker TV.
What up, man?
What up, bro?
Chilling, y'all.
Bro, thanks for coming on the show.
Likewise. Thank you for inviting me, bro.
Yeah, man. We always start off Youngest in the Yacht Club with the one question. Who is Prez?
Who is Prez? Well, at the end of the day, you know, I'm just a real person, bro. I'm a father. I'm an entrepreneur. I'm a brother. I'm a son. I'm a friend. You know what I'm saying? That's what I am.
That's fine, bro. What? First thing you said, you were a father. Like, so you got kids.
I got kids. I got 3.
Yeah, man. How is it being a father and then being in hip hop?
Well, it's different. You know, now they grown. You know,
Right.
but when I was doing like all the touring and the rapping and all that, they were young. So it was a difficult balance. You know what I'm saying? You want to be there, but at the same time, you're trying to build something. But for me, I felt like building in front of their faces, them seeing that I didn't stop pursuing what I wanted to pursue, just because I had children, kind of taught them that you don't have to stop your dreams just because you take a detour here and there. You know what I mean?
Got to keep going after it, right?
Right.
Bro, I got to find out. What's the origin story of Prez? Where you from? What's the nationality? What's all that?
Well, I'm half Puerto Rican, half Cuban. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying? From
What
New
a
York.
mix.
From New York, born in Glen Cove, Long Island. Came to Florida, and basically this is home now. So
Yeah.
I feel like I'm Floridian now too.
At what age did you come to Florida?
You talk about teens.
Yeah, so like
Yeah. So it's been a while. I've been here
13, 14.
Yeah. So I've been here for years, bro.
Yeah.
I've been here longer than I've not been here.
Oh, yeah, so you are Floridian
So I'm
now.
a Floridian
Yeah,
now.
you born in New York, but you from New York, but you from Florida too.
Yeah.
Bro, what was the type of hip hop that you grew up on?
I was a big boot camp head, bro. Helter Skelter, Black Moon, you know, Smith & Wesson. I liked Wu-Tang too. You know, when Wu-Tang came out, Wu-Tang was dope.
Yeah.
Big Puns, the digging in the crates, you know,
Yeah.
stuff like that. You know, that was kind of that was my flavor back then. You know what I'm saying? It's evolved over time, but you know.
So and you know, I gotta ask this because now you're doing like you do a lot of live stream AV stuff. You do a lot of like different stuff, but you're on Bag Bars. We're able to kind of like talk about the new hip hop people.
Yeah.
When you say it's evolved, like how, you know, there's these purists, bro, that they can't like.
I used to be that.
Yeah.
I used to be that.
What was that about?
What, being a purist?
Yeah, like yo, fuck this generation. Like this new hip hop sucks. Da da da. Like.
I think it was just about holding on to some of the cultural aspects of it. You know, I feel like to me, hip hop when they created it as a genre, it kind of killed it. You know what I'm saying? As far as the cultural aspects of it, and then as new styles were created, I do feel like some of the music is not necessarily hip hop. It should have its own genre. And they really just didn't create another genre. They just watered it all down and made everything hip hop. You know what I mean? So I think it was some of that. You know, we're trying to preserve the cultural aspects, but I think I also grew out of that because I also understood that the culture of hip hop was built out of nonconformity.
Right.
So we can't now tell the young bucks today that they need to conform.
Right. It's
That's
hypocritical. Yeah,
Right.
exactly.
You know what I mean?
You know what I'm saying? Like that's how I always get, because I get, you know, I'm an artist, bro, and you know, we've worked, and it's one part of me to sit back and be like, yo, how the fuck are you gonna tell somebody they can't do something when we was, you know what I'm saying? Like our parents told us the same shit.
Yeah.
We went the total opposite way, bro.
Bro,
So,
I
like,
do what I want.
Yeah,
So I'm not gonna tell somebody else they can't.
right.
You know what I mean?
Straight up. I think it's dope that you actually came from a like, number one, you admitted that like, yo, like that was like a way of thinking, that you were part of that.
Backpacker all day.
Yeah, and then you know, I see a lot of people. You know, we get I still check in. You know, I got a lot of friends and stuff who are still like, this new shit fucking sucks. You know what I'm saying? But I love the new shit, bro, because it just shows that the culture can keep evolving. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Keep going.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah, it does.
Different styles, different things going.
And you want things to evolve, man. You don't
Yeah.
want things to stay the same.
Yeah, exactly, bro. Burnt out. Everybody sound like they, you know what I'm saying? Like what were some key points in hip hop that kind of inspired you to go down this lane? Like the lane that you wanted to do to stay in hip hop, to create, what were some key points in your life?
Well, I mean, I was born into it. So, like, when I was born, they were teaching breakdancing at the community center. So, like, for me, it's always been my life. I've never really known any different. It's either been Southside or hip hop. It's one of the two.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
But I think that there's certain points where, like, I shifted gears. So when I first heard Rakim, I wanted to rap. When I first heard Black Moon, I wrote my first rap. You know what I'm saying? So as time went on, like certain things would inspire me, and then even in this, the evolution of getting out of that backpacker, vibe was, I could attribute that to just me opening my mind, listening to some Schoolboy Q stuff, or like certain things started catching my ear that were like, wait, some of this stuff is actually dope, and as much as we want to act like it's not,
right,
production's pretty fire,
right,
and some of them are spitting some stuff, and
right,
and people's cadences are evolving, so
right.
So I think that is really what kind of grew me out of that backpacker mindset,
What about into the lane that you in now? Like Prez and Black Market TV is like blowing up right now. Like you guys are getting, you know what I'm saying? You're creating a new platform, for people. What is that? What was a key point in that happening?
That was actually, I had back surgery.
Oh shit!
Back in 2021. I thought I was going to go back out touring after COVID had shut down all the touring networks.
Yeah.
And I guess the universe had different plans.
Yeah.
So I couldn't walk for a while. So I had to pivot.
When you say you were touring, what do you mean? Let's go. Like I don't want to skip steps. But
Yeah.
You were touring?
Yeah. When I had Head Knocker, I was touring with Infinite Skills a lot. Done Hong Kong, got all across the country.
That's fly. What were you doing? DJing?
Rapping.
Oh, you were rapping?
Yeah, rapping.
Oh shit.
Yeah. So we're doing music, bro. It was
So you were performing.
Yeah, performing.
And then you had back surgery.
Yeah, so COVID happened first. So COVID shut down all the tour networks. We had taken years building up these tour networks and relationships with venues throughout the country. We did South by Southwest, did the A3Cs, did all that stuff. And I feel like I was on a trajectory at the time. 2019, I was on a trajectory. Life changes happened at that time that kind of like slowed me down for a second, but I still was going.
Right.
And then 2020 hit, COVID, and everything shuts down. So all those venues, you've got bigger venues buying the smaller venues, and now those relationships that you had are gone because now it's new owners.
Right.
So, and then touring. Anybody that's an artist that's touring, like if you're not a big major artist, most of your money is in the merch.
Yeah, for sure.
So you got to tour just to make money.
Right.
So that's what we were doing, and when that shut down, you basically bankrupt the business.
Yeah, that was crazy.
So I'm thinking 2021, okay, I could build it back up. We could figure this out. My back goes out. I had the surgery.
Damn.
And at the beginning, I didn't know if I was ever going to be able to walk again.
Damn, bro. That's crazy. How did that happen? Like what?
It was over time, bro. When I was in high school, I played basketball, and I hurt my back.
Damn.
And then I just didn't. I thought I was invincible, I guess, for years. Didn't pay attention to it. Then I hit my 30s, going into my 40s, and
back.
Yeah.
Spaz out.
Yeah, my body was like, yeah, remember me?
Big facts, dog.
Yeah.
So then you didn't know if you were gonna walk again.
Yeah, so I had to pivot, bro. It was a dark time in life because I was used to moving, doing. At that time I was a full-time single dad. I had all my kids with me.
Damn.
By myself in the house. They're in high school.
Damn.
So I have a 2-story house, so I'm trying to figure out how to get up and down. Like,
yo,
it was pretty rough. And then one day I went into my son's room because they kept telling me to stream live. Remember COVID? Everybody was on the phone streaming live.
Yeah.
And then they had the verses and all that was coming out.
Yeah.
And they kept telling me, "Oh yeah, you should do that. You should do that. You're a pretty technical guy." I was like, "Yeah, but if I do it, I don't want to do what everybody else is doing."
Right. You want to be different.
If I'm on purpose, it wasn't even so much just different, but I wanted a production value to it. Because it's one thing to do something. Yeah. But it's another thing to really put production behind it and really put some energy to it. You know what I mean?
Thoughts, the processes, the ideas, not just be streaming live with that. Hey, yo, this is.
So I asked my son, I was like, hey, what you use? Because he was doing gaming streaming, you know? And I was like, hey, what do you use for that? He was like, OBS. And I was like, all right, cool, boom. I downloaded it. I learned it. I obsessed over it for months. A year passes by, and I'm creating things. He's wondering what the heck I'm doing. He look at me like I'm crazy. Next thing we know, we're doing broadcasts.
Wow.
You know, and with screens, things flying in, and it's the whole production. And that's when it became something, you know?
Is that how Black Market TV became a thing?
Yeah. I started just doing, bro. At the end of the day, I mean,
yeah, that's how everything.
do.
Yeah, you execute, right?
Yeah. So I would try different things. I started going to events, doing live streams at certain events. You know, I got IT background, so I was able to figure that stuff out. Found things that were challenging to do that nobody else was doing, and just decided to do it
and put it together.
Yeah, a lot of people criticized it in the beginning. They thought it was dumb. They thought it had too many risk factors because going live it has a lot of risk factors.
Yeah.
To it.
What do you mean, like it's shutting down, crazy stuff
Shutting
falling
down,
out, stream going off,
internet dropping.
Yeah.
You know, are you wired correctly? Are, you know, people tripping over wires? Are you in a good space? Like, there's a lot of factors to a live stream that things can go wrong at, and I just wasn't scared to do it. I wasn't scared to mess up. Is what it was. I wasn't worried about it. You know.
Yeah, I was talking about this last time. It's like a lot of people get paralysis from analysis. They think about it too much.
That's a good one.
You know,
I like that.
You like that, right? Because it's like, I mean, especially with your back situation, right? Like, it's like, you didn't think about it. You was like, fuck it, we got to figure it out.
I figure it out.
You know what I'm saying? And I feel like a lot of people don't. They think about it too much, and they spend their whole life thinking before. And artists do the same shit, bro. They try to achieve perfection. Nah, I don't want to put the song out. It's got to be perfect. It's got to be perfect. Yeah. And, bro, you don't even know. That's not even the one. Your dumbest shit is the shit's. You know what I'm saying?
I tell my dog Los all the time. I'm like, listen, when we got an idea, we're just going to do it.
That's it.
And if it crashes, usually the first time it's a crash, bro.
It's always like that.
It's all right.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And we're live, so, people get nervous. They're like, oh, well, you're live. I don't care. It's live.
Yeah.
They know it's live.
Yeah.
So if it messes up, hey, guys, it's live. But the second one is fire.
It's always better than the first one.
Yeah.
And then the more you do it, the better you get at it. Right?
Right.
There's always wild shit that happens, though, bro. What's the wildest shit that's happened during a stream that you've...
During a stream?
Yeah, that you're like either like something that you had like technical where it's like, yo, it was crazy.
Well, I want to say that the first live music review we did, our first episode, and Los will tell you this, it was a crash and burn. Like we were supposed to go live on everything. Nothing was working. We only ended up going live on YouTube.
Damn.
Right? And even that was glitchy. We invited too many people. Lesson learned. Right? So we're here. Los is yelling at people by the end of the stream because he's pissed off because everybody's talking. We hear them on the headphones.
Yeah.
They don't hear it, but we hear it on the headphones.
Right.
And we're like, shut up! Oh my God! It was a train wreck, bro. But the second one was fire, and ever since then it's been fire.
Yeah, because y'all figured out what y'all did wrong.
Yeah, so we just needed to do it, and it was funny because there was a technical part of it on the IT side. It was just a very simple fix for me that I had to do, and I didn't think about it until that show.
Wow.
And then that's when I realized, okay, in order to make this room work, I got to run this wire down and da-da-da.
Right.
And then everything from that point forward, ran smooth. So,
have you ever had anybody crash out on live stream or during a broadcast or anything like that?
I don't think I've had anybody crash out. I've had people cry afterwards. We've had people in the chats that'll pop some shit every once in a while.
Yeah.
I don't think we've had real crash out moments just
yet.
Yeah.
Bro, I bring this one up because it's so recently, bro. Like we have been doing the podcast for like 3 years, dog, and everything's been great. Always had good guests, man. And there's one guest, man. I never forget, man. I feel like I promote him on every podcast because it's been the only time. His name is Jet Red, bro. And
okay,
bro,
he
was crashing out on I thought we was gonna have to remodel this bitch, bro. I was about to go off, but he was just being. And bro, Major Plays had told me, he had him on the speaker and was like, bro, make sure you tell him like I'm gonna be in character. Don't get mad. So I'm thinking to myself like, oh, this ain't gonna be nothing, bro. Yeah. He tried to cook me on my own show, freestyle battle.
I think I seen that one.
Everybody saw that one, bro. I keep saying that I didn't want to put that one out. But that one was the most watched podcast. People who ain't watched the podcast before, they saw the clips and started watching that shit, bro.
Send it to Black Margo. We'll roast them real
quick. Yo, he's
Yo,
actually, you wanna know what's
it
crazy?
sound cool though.
Yo,
That's dope.
he's
That's dope.
actually a dope character outside of the he be doing like, you remember like the Uncle Murder, like
Yeah.
he do the Tampa wrap ups.
Okay.
And then he be
Somebody was just talking to me about that yesterday.
cooking motherfuckers, bro. I told you try to cook me on the show.
Yeah,
So he like he want to be on back bars. You're gonna end up reviewing his shit once.
Okay, let's run it. Let's run it. He sound like a fun guy.
Yeah, he's one of those guys. Yo, you definitely should have him on Black Market TV because that live shit, y'all might have to. Yo,
it's live too.
It's live, bro.
There's no rehearsals, bro.
Yo, bro, I had to. I'm not gonna lie. I was like, so the good thing, and bro, this is the good thing about Youngest in the Yacht Club because I be telling people, bro, like, bro, I really don't do a lot of editing on this, right? I basically take it to the point where I'm saying Youngest in the Yacht Club, all the way to the middle segment where we put the sponsors, and then the end segment where it's like, yo, thanks for coming on. We give you your flowers. But this motherfucker, bro, I ain't gonna lie, bro. Like, there was one part where I was like, yo, I'm gonna cut out this whole shit here. I didn't do it, but
I gotta edit this whole section.
Yo, especially the part where he kind of like freestyle was trying to cook me, bro. And then I was about to cook him and he interrupted me and cut me off.
He wasn't gonna let you cook him back. He wasn't gonna let you cook him back at all.
Bro, it was crazy, bro. Yo, you ever thought about having like a live freestyle battle on Black Market TV?
We've talked about it. We've talked about doing. Well, we've done battles. We've actually streamed the battles.
Oh shit!
So ETD, the Oblivion.
Yeah,
ETD did another one prior to them that we pay-per-viewed. A lot of seventh ones. All the years they've done battles, we've live streamed all of those.
All those.
So I like the battles because we do the commentating.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So and the team likes it. You know, it's a good energy.
Yeah. I mean, it's that hip hop shit.
We treat it like some sports shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, like ESPN.
We're gonna commentate. Boom, boom. Let's cut to the battle. Boom. So yeah, you can check out some of the battles on the site.
That's fine. Yeah. Have you guys thought about hosting your own though? Like
I have thought about it
at the Black Market production.
I thought
Black
about
Market TV. My bad.
Yeah, and Akademiks actually approached me about some stuff like that. So it might be something in the works.
That's pretty cool, man.
To
That's
bring
dope,
in some.
man.
I think if we do it, we just. I think we just got to format it the right way.
Yeah, you probably have it at a neutral site too, because if somebody get crazy, bro, like you know how that shit get, bro.
Yeah.
It's one of those things where a lot of people think Youngest in the Yacht Club is in my garage, bro. I'm not gonna lie, I don't know how, but yeah, they think it is in the garage, dog. So I'm like, nah, motherfucker, you ain't coming to my house talking crazy.
Yeah. You gotta be careful. Yeah.
Right? You know what I'm saying? Because like, nah, bro, you're not gonna disrespect me and my. I mean, even here, you're not gonna disrespect me and my shit, but it's a little bit more of a professional setting, bro. So I feel like same thing has to be done. Like, niggas get disrespectful during battles.
They do. It's kind of funny though.
It's amazing. How do you feel about the state of hip hop? Just the state of the hip hop culture, not necessarily the music, but like nowadays that we are in the live streaming era. How do you feel about that? Like, what's the real purpose of Black Market TV?
Well, for us, we're not like a hip hop channel, let's say per se. We're really everything: comedy, music, art.
But that's all just part of the culture, though.
It's
right?
all part of the culture, but we really just want to feature dope shit. You know what I'm saying? Things that we look at where people are expressing themselves and just be like the amplifier.
Yeah.
That amplifies all the dope shit that can make an impact, right?
Right.
Whether it's small, whether it's big, and that's kind of our thing. Is like last month, it's one of the things that I love about our team is, the team was like, oh yeah, that one guy that maybe nobody knows, but he's been consistent in sending us content, you know what I'm saying, and sending us music and dealing with us roasting him sometimes. We went and honored him and put him as part of the last stream, one of the features, because he's putting in that work and he does dope music. And so you take that guy, from that guy to the big guy, we want to amplify it all.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, same shit like with Youngest in the Yacht Club. You want to give these people a platform to be able to tell their story.
Yeah, and as far as the culture, I mean, the culture is what it is, bro. Everything evolves over time.
Yeah.
And now it's big, I feel like people they're trying to define it a little bit too late. The world got a hold of it already.
Yeah.
So now it's its own animal.
Yeah,
You know, and it's got its own little cliques and own little subcultures, and
for sure.
we just got to honor those things, and you know.
But what about like with the internet? Again, I said hip hop at the beginning, but I'm talking about more of like the live stream, the
Yeah.
more of the internet culture, more of the like IG, the TikTok, like
Yeah,
social media. You know, before, bro, what we had to do is we'd have to turn on the TV to be able to check it.
Right.
If you had cable, you know what I'm saying, you were more informed. Nowadays, the information is right at the touch of your fingertips, depending on what you're doing. You know, so it's like, how do you feel about that state and the platforms and the opportunities it's created versus the, you know, the fake culture, I guess you could say.
yeah, I get what you're saying. I guess for me, there is a lot of that, right? There's a lot of fake clickbait stuff. People try to get the latest drama going, or you know,
Sure.
or beef stuff, or they'll play the part or stuff like that. I think for Black Market, we're kind of we're a lot more genuine than that. Like we don't really want. I'm not looking for the clickbait.
Yeah.
I'm looking for the real story or the real person,
Right.
or the real music or the real art.
Right.
And you know, if something pops off that's crazy, it's just because that's just what happened.
It was organic.
You know what I mean? And you know, we have a motto with our team: we do what we want. You know, at the end of the day, and that's how we live our life. And the brand works in that way, and we also encourage other people to be that. Like whatever it is that you want to do, bro, whatever it is that you are, like just be that. Come on the platform and be that.
That's
Nothing
fine.
else. So that's what I want when people come on the platform, and I think that's one of the strengths of like even our live music review. We've had some big names on there. We've had like Tito Puente Jr. We've had Tampa Tony on there, Rated R. We've had plenty, Joselito and all these guys. And one of the common things that happens when they walk through that door is by the time they sit in that chair to talk, you see all their walls come down.
Yeah.
And you see the real person.
Yeah.
And now we're just kicking it. And I think it happened so organically like that. We didn't plan it that way. It just happened that way. And I think it's because of the people that we are, the environment we create. And I think that's the value of what we do, you know?
Wow.
So where everybody's doing the clickbait stuff, I'd rather go down the path that we're going. You know what I mean?
That's fine. Bro, when we come back for the next segment, I'm going to ask you a little bit more about the stream.
Yeah.
You know, how you know, kind of like the future, where it's going, and how do you feel about other streamers and different things?
Yeah.
I want to talk about the connection to back bars that we have, and the kind of like reporting that you guys are doing, the analytics, right?
I'm with it.
Yeah.
Shout out Mad Smooth too.
Yeah, Mad Smooth.
Shout out Diesel.
You know, shout out to all them, man. And then kind of want to ask for some advice from Prez from Black Market. You know what I'm
with
saying? Fire. Yeah, we're back with Black Market Prez on Youngest in the Yacht Club. Prez.
What's up?
So you do a lot of streaming.
Yeah, a lot.
Right? You have a lot of guests on.
Mm-hmm.
I was recently looking at a post from Akademiks, who also streams, right?
Yeah.
And he, you know, there's people like Aiden Ross and Neon and all these like different kind of streamers, right? They also have guests on. And Akademiks recently said, bruh, I'm tired of, like, if I was an A&R, I would not have any of my artists go on these people's streams. Because you automatically see how lame they are. Right?
Mm-hmm.
What we used to look at these people on these platforms when they used to do the interviews or the cribs, we used to look at the allure of these people and the mystique behind them. But now they're going on these streams, and you're like, bro, this dude, the only difference is this nigga hit the lotto. You know what I'm saying? Like, basically with his music. So how do you feel about, like, you know, watching a little baby on an Aiden Ross stream and he's like not talking? Or do you have those kind of same views about streaming? Like, you know, like, yo, when you do meet these people that you think are, you know what I'm saying, top tier, and then they don't have anything to say, or, you know, or these people where it's like pulling teeth. Because we do it here at the podcast, bro. I've had artists on here, bro, where I'm like, the fuck?
Yeah. And I don't know if it's a lack of media training on their part.
I think so.
You know, I think that we're living in a different age, right?
Yeah.
So it's real DIY these days, right?
Mm-hmm.
And here's the problem with DIY. And I'm a DIY guy. Like,
you love.
Listen, I learn and I do, right? And I absorb. But most people, to them, it's a shortcut, not an evolution. You go at it two different ways, right?
Okay.
With DIY, it's either a shortcut for you or it's an evolution for you.
Right.
So you're evolving and learning things, or you're just trying to cut corners and get somewhere faster. And I think most people are just trying to cut corners and get there faster.
Yeah, they're like, hey, look, I don't need to fucking spend all the money. I'm just gonna do this.
Yeah, I don't need to be media trained. I could just be whatever. I'm that guy, you know. But then when you're in front of the camera, in front of the mic, you got nothing to say. Well, you're not very interesting, dude. Like,
Right.
you know, I thought you were, you know, but you've got nothing to say. Why not?
Right.
So I think, you know, we've had instances where we've had like, you know, the one word answer guys that we haven't had a lot of that, but it's happened before.
Yeah.
And you kind of got to like fill in the gap. It's live.
Yeah.
On our side.
That's what I'm saying. Like, you can't just stop the camera. Beep.
Nah, we can't do that. So it kind of forces you to kind of maneuver the conversation. You know what I mean?
Yeah. You talked about it earlier. You said the lack of media training, right? Do you feel like that's because people are now, like you say, it is DIY, but also people aren't taking the craft as serious?
That's why they don't take it serious.
Right? There's not that mentor like an A&R, or, you know, there's not that media training. People aren't investing in that. They're just
Artist
like,
development's not a thing anymore. People just in people's minds, this is easy to do, so let me just do it. But you know, and I've said this plenty of times, like even podcasts, live stream, stuff like that, right? I've had people that are very talkative individuals. They're very charismatic. The minute you turn a camera on and put a mic in front of them, they choke.
yeah, have nothing to talk about.
Right.
Nothing to promote.
And you know, for it's not that simple to do what we do.
Right.
You have to be able to continue a conversation going. You got to be able to understand open-ended questions.
Yeah.
And how to get people to continue.
Yeah.
You know, and how to dig, listen to people.
Yeah.
And be able to go, okay, based on what he said, now let me ask this next question that I didn't plan on asking.
Yeah.
But now I want that story.
Piggyback off of that
You
shit.
know, and so a lot of these guys that are that they just kind of freeze. I think it's just a lack of training. Or a lack of understanding or a lack of care. You know. on their
Yeah,
part. So
they're like, fuck it. I'm just a rapper. I'm just here because I don't want to get
dog.
fined.
I'm just here, dog. I'm here, dog. Just put a camera on me. I'm a superstar.
That's it. And then you turn it on. They can't, like, they are not interesting at all. It's like, and yo, I think being comfortable, because, bro, when I was doing live stream, I was promoting the reason this whole shit started was I was promoting my record, and we kind of went on a PR run during COVID, but it wasn't going to these places. It was on Zoom.
Right.
And I'm in fucking I thought it was just like some regular shit, like, yo, on Zoom, like a Zoom call. And turns out I'm like on the morning show in fucking Mexico.
Right.
Not having any clue. And the lady's asking, and Spanish is my second language, bro. So I'm going on there and realize, oh shit. And I was one of those guys. It was like they was asking me shit and I had no idea what the fuck to say. And I'm not gonna lie, after that interview, I was like, somebody's grandma in Mexico is like, "Yep, there, whoa." Like, this guy, what is this guy going on here? You know what I'm saying? Like, and so it made me want to learn how to tell a story and get better at my craft. And from then on out, bro, I made sure that I had a story. Anytime I'm going on, bro, I have a story to be able to tell something. You know what I'm saying? Or I can ask or navigate questions, because it is important, man.
Yeah. And there's nothing wrong with learning these things. Like, I think people sometimes forget some of your best performers that are artists, musical artists, took acting classes. So that way they understood how to project themselves on a stage. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So there's these little things that you can do to really perfect your craft, to project yourself, to project your personality, to be able to do these things. And some of it don't cost you any money. You can go on YouTube and learn some of these things.
Amen to that,
you know what I mean?
bro. Yeah.
So
YouTube University is the best place.
we got access to a lot of information, but not everybody takes advantage of that access.
That's true.
You know?
That's true, bro.
We've gotten lazy over time.
Bro, you obviously, you can tell that you take your craft very serious.
Yeah, absolutely.
Why?
It's what I do, bro. I'm built that way. Like, I don't. If I'm gonna do something, I'm gonna do it.
Was that something that was taught to you, or was that something that was that's just you? What do you think?
I don't know, to be honest with you. I can't answer that question because I don't know where it came. I just know I've always been that way. Like, I was always like, if I'm gonna do something, I'm gonna like really do it to the best of my ability. And I think part of it is that I observe a lot. So like when the streaming thing came out, people were like, "Oh, stream, stream, stream." But I've been observing for many years, just watching people, and I knew what I wanted. I knew what I would do if I was doing that.
Right.
And if I couldn't do it to that level, I didn't want to do it.
Or better, right?
Yeah, because then I'd be looking at myself like I'm trash. And and I don't really care what nobody else thinks, but when I think I'm trash, that's a problem for me.
Right. Big facts. You got to be confident in what you're doing.
Yeah, yeah.
We recently connected through the Bag Bars.
Yep.
Well, I knew you from before that, but recently connected again using the platform. Rawlink Media shoots for Bag Bars, and then
Great job, by the way.
thank you, brother. I appreciate that, man. And then we got into kind of like an ESPN kind of vibe, where you and Mad Smooth are analyzing and creating highlights and a recap.
Yeah.
How did that come about, and where do you see that going?
Diesel hit me up, initially, and told me his idea, and then I guess he already had Mad Smooth in mind. You guys had already shot the episodes.
Yeah.
And I had seen some of them, I had been seeing some of them drop, and
Yeah.
I was kind of curious, like, oh, this looks dope, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I remember, because at one point you had come to Black Market on one of the shows.
Yeah.
And we were talking about doing like the mic, the performances and stuff like that. I think we even did a dry run.
Yep.
And then, but then the mic drop thing started becoming a thing. So I saw you started doing a lot of that, right? So I was like, okay, this is a dope concept. So when he told me it, I was like, this makes sense.
Yeah.
And he was like, yeah, I want like a commentating, kind of like a recap.
Yeah.
He's like, and I think you and Mad Smooth would be dope, which I thought was a great idea because, Mad Smooth is a producer.
Yeah.
Whereas I'm more of the artist streaming production, on that side.
Yeah.
So it kind of was a good blend, you know what I mean?
Yeah. I think it creates a good balance because I'm just going to give them behind the scenes a little bit. You have notes.
Oh, yeah.
You're like analytical.
Yeah.
You're like breaking down bars, quotables. Like, have you always been like that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was the kid that used to stop and play the tape and write down the lyrics. You know what I'm saying? Until I knew the whole song. Like, that was my thing.
That was your thing.
I like studying lyrics. I like to hear what people are saying because sometimes it sounds cool, but when you actually listen to what they're saying, you're like, oh, wait, that's deep.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
People, I'm curious about people in general. So
yeah,
music is a keen window into a person.
Yeah, and it was crazy because just you on there with Smooth is you guys kind of balance each other out because you're like the guy who's super prepared. And then Smooth is more like the off the cuff kind of guy, right?
Yeah, that's why we had to do it twice.
We did it like 5 times actually, right? Because we had to we put it together. You guys, you know what I'm saying? The behind the scenes of the stuff. But
I'm sure you got a video of me looking at him like, what? Like, did you not listen to this thing?
Bro, it was crazy, right? It was crazy because you could see that there's certain things that are important to you. And I think that's what makes the part of you guys being perfect.
Yeah.
You could see that you in particular are very detail oriented. You are very much, the assignment from the jump. You're not going to do it unless you're solid about it. And when you are solid about it, it comes out dope.
I appreciate that.
With Smooth, because he's a producer and because he does those things, it's more of I even said he was like a Charlemagne, right?
Yeah.
And it was dope. It was dope to kind of get you guys on there and the experience.
Yeah, and I like the fact that he was also familiar with a lot of the artists where I wasn't as familiar with some of the artists.
Yeah.
So, he did fill in the gaps a lot there too. And he knew some of the music already.
Yeah.
I think he had been to some of the shoots.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? So I gave it that helped me kind of have a little bit more background. Me and him would discuss the different artists that were up there. So that was dope.
Yeah, man. Can't wait to have you guys back on season 2, man.
I'm ready, man.
Yeah, ready to go.
I've been sending people to the forum to go sign up.
Yo, that's what I was gonna say, bro. That's been dope, man. We've been having a lot of people really look at it, man. Shout out to Diesel. Appreciate you guys doing your thing, man.
Definitely, man.
Bro, what's next for Black Marker TV?
Oh man, it was crazy because we had a Christmas party / meeting, right?
Oh,
with the
shit.
whole team. It was the first time that I had, I've had backers in the business, and then I've had people on the front end that we built a team. It was the first time we brought everybody together in one room.
That's
so
fire.
it was a really dope. And what was really dope about it is that everybody was like, we were all looking in the same direction inherently. So, you know, this past few years really for me was us figuring stuff out.
Yeah.
Like, I know it looks like there's a lot of movement and stuff, and there is.
Yeah.
Like, don't get it twisted. Like, we're doing a lot of stuff. We featured hundreds of artists.
Yeah, you guys are
over 150 artists on our live shows, over 700 artists on our main broadcasts. We've done over 50-something live streams throughout the year last year.
Crazy.
We did live event streams. We've done a lot of work,
Everything.
right?
Yep.
But even then, I feel like we were just figuring stuff out. So this year is when we really kick it into gear. So if they thought we were busy before, they thought we were moving, watch us now.
That's
you know what I mean? So we got a lot of different stuff coming up, man. We got a few big live events that are coming up. I'm looking forward to bigger interviews. I'm looking forward to featuring more artists, finding artists where we can curate them. We got comedy shows coming up. You know, I'll be running around with Los and El Charlie and Joselito and them. Them guys are a riot, you know what I'm saying? So just doing more and more of that, creating more shows and collaborations are going to be a big thing this year too.
That's
I think a lot of people, you had a guest here before from the Shaking the Room podcast.
Yeah.
So,
Akeem, yep.
And he said something that was real critical is that, you know, people are scared sometimes, you know, they want to compete.
Yeah.
Like, oh, you got a podcast, you shouldn't. Collaboration is everything, bro.
Absolutely.
And there's more than enough space for all of us here. And when we collaborate, we create bigger spaces together.
Big facts.
You know, and you create a bigger network and more resources amongst each other. So for me, that's going to be a big thing in 2026 is finding people that we can collaborate with.
Yeah.
And really build unified productions and build bigger production teams, you know?
Yeah, and bro, that's fire, bro, because I feel like we talked about it, man. It's like people who at the bottom compete, people at the top collaborate, bro.
It's always been that way, bro.
Yeah.
I worked in major media advertising.
Yeah.
I've worked for the biggest brands in the world when I worked at the agency.
Yeah.
You talk about Procter & Gamble, Kimberly-Clark,
$1 million,
Pepsi
$1
Cola,
billion, yeah.
Walmart.com, Dell.com. I was at an agency where we worked with all of them, and these guys collaborate.
Yeah.
That's how they function.
Yeah.
And even when they're competing, they're collaborating.
Yeah. They
you know,
they're throwing stuff in there.
Yeah.
They're throwing the other person's logo in there sometimes.
Yeah.
right.
But everybody wins. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? Because there's enough space. You got to think about how many people are on the planet, bro.
Big facts.
You could have 100,000 people that are following your thing and willing to pay.
Yeah.
There's still billions of people left.
Yeah.
So yeah, listen, collaboration is everything.
That's fire, bro. Bro, speaking about that, kind of like the gems that you're leaving, right? Because that's a gem. If you could go back in time to your younger self, what piece of advice would you give your younger self?
Do what you want.
That's it.
Do what you want. I spent too much time trying to do what other people told me to do, and having visions that other people told me to look at. And I had my own vision. I had my own thought process. I knew what I wanted to do, and too many times I let people deter me from that. And now when I look back, I realize I was right on a lot of that stuff, and I should have listened to myself.
That's fire, bro, and that's because a lot of people don't see the journey, man. They don't see sometimes you see the vision. You know where the boat is headed, but then the other people are distracting you with their vision. Like, yo, we got a bigger yacht over here, and it's like, and then when you get there, it's not even.
Bro, when I started Black Marker,
yeah,
and I was doing the live streams, I had a dude that was doing podcasts out here. I'm not gonna say his name, but he was doing podcasts. He cat that had money,
yeah,
whatever, you know, and high quality streams. I was even very supportive of his stuff, like it, share it, whatever, right? And I remember one day he came up to me in the back of Crowbar, and he goes, "Can I ask you a question? Why do you live stream?" And I was like, "What do you mean? Why do I live stream?" He's like, "Yeah, I just think it's kind of dumb because the production is not like, you know, it doesn't have as great production." And I'm like, and he's like, "Yeah, and anything can happen, and you should be able to just edit." And you know, I just think that like I get it why y'all do it, but I don't get it because it doesn't make sense business wise.
Because he doesn't.
Well, and I remember my response to him. I said, "Well, a lot of people are scared to do the live stream. I'm not. You know, and I'm not gonna lie to you. For about a month after that conversation, I actually thought about it. You know, because I'm a cat that like even if I don't agree with you, I'll take the information, even if it's shade.
Right.
I'll still
Dissect
I'll
it.
still dissect it and be like, is there any truth in this, right? And now when I look back, I'm glad I didn't listen to him.
Yeah.
I'm glad I didn't listen to him.
Yeah. You're in the future, bro.
Yeah.
Like, the crazy thing about it is that I always feel like the harder something is, the more people get paid to do it.
Yeah.
Right? So it's easy for me to do a podcast. I could not put that in there. People will never see it.
Yeah.
People are never going to see what's off the camera, what's not there, what they choose. They see what I let them see.
Right.
But in a live stream, bro,
No, you see everything, bro.
you fuck up. That's it, bro.
Yeah.
Sometimes people be saying stupid shit,
Yeah.
and they get canceled.
Yeah. We own everything we say. We own everything that
Yeah.
happens. And you know what? If it fucks up, it fucks up.
Yeah.
You know, it is what it is. We own it.
That's dope. Hey, sometimes it's not even you though; it's the guests.
Yeah. Sometimes we've had that.
Yeah, where you have to be like, yo, the visions and opinions of those are not necessarily
Or
those of.
sometimes the chat be popping off. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? We've had a few instances where somebody could pop off on the chat, say something slick. It was funny. We had one time where we were in the middle of a live and somebody started criticizing the way we were talking. And I remember I read it out loud on the live. I was like, all right, cool. He want to express himself, and my boy Lowe's responded right back. He goes, well, that's what he feels. Let him say how he feel.
Yeah.
And it like diffused the whole thing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's just how you deal with it. You know. At the
Yeah,
moment.
big facts, man. That's dope, bro. Bro, what piece of advice could you give to an up and coming streamer or platform?
Don't cut corners. At the end of the day, like, listen, if you're gonna do this, do it. Like, there's a lot of people out here trying to do the same thing, you know, and most people are gonna take the easiest route possible. They're gonna skimp on the equipment. They're gonna skip on the learning hours. I have spent hours. Anybody in my team will tell you. There's days that I'll be sitting at 10 o'clock at night. Everybody go to sleep. They'll wake up the next morning going to work, and I'm still awake because I'm learning something new or I'm building a new set or new screens. You can't cut those corners.
Yeah.
There's no shortcuts here.
That's facts, bro. That's big, man. Bro, where can the people find you? Where can they find the platform? What's you know what I'm saying?
Everything blackmarker.tv. If you go to blackmarker.tv, you will find everything, all the social media channels, all the videos. If you're on Twitch or YouTube or anything like that, it's linked right off the website. They just go blackmarker.tv.
That's fire, bro. Yeah. That's fire. And then, you know what I'm saying? This is the time where I give you your flowers, bro, where, you know what I'm saying, I've seen you do what you do at a high level. I've seen you be consistent with it at a high level. Totally appreciate the level of detail, the level of respect that you have for the game, period. Whether it be art, whether it be comedy, whether it be hip hop, whether it be streaming, whether it be platforms, bro. Like, you have been somebody that's consistently there. You solid dude, bro. So I just wanted to tell you, man, I appreciate all that you do for the community. You know, and a lot of people, you know, from the viewers, different viewers that we have in different places, they may not know anything about Tampa. They don't know anything about those things, but you have big guests from everywhere, bro, and you have big aspirations from guests from everywhere. So I feel like it's big, man, to make sure that we give you your flowers on.
I appreciate that,
doing,
man.
Yeah,
Thank you,
man.
thank you.
Yeah, man.
Shout out to my team on that too, man.
Yeah, straight up.
rock
Yeah,
on me.
I've been on the show. It was dope.
Yeah,
we was there for like 3 hours. You know what I'm saying? I didn't want to leave.
I gotta bring you back for one of the live music reviews because you and Diesel gotta come through one of these days.
Yeah, definitely, especially with the Bag Bars, and then we're gonna check you on Bag Bars too, man. You can find Prez on Bag Bars doing the end of season 1 recaps.
Yep.
He's been killing it, man. They've been going out, man. Thank you for being on the show though, and you know I appreciate you, man. Again, shout out the handles
At Black Marker TV, everything. You know what I'm saying? If you want to find me, you'll find me on there. It's at Imagine360, IMAGIN 360. But if that's too difficult, just go to Black Marker TV. You will find me. I'm all over it.
Fine, man. And this is Youngest in the Yacht Club. I am Vince Serrano. Make sure y'all hit that like, comment, share, subscribe, and that notification so when you get more people like Prez on the show, you guys will know. I appreciate you, Prez. Thanks, bro.
Appreciate you, bro. Peace.
Bye.
Good.